Hi guys, welcome back. It's LSP. In today's video, I'm going to be discussing spot gold. This is one of the screenshots that I took. If you remember in the teaser video, there was this chart, the next chart, which is a little bit more zoomed in, and then the third chart, which is zoomed in quite a lot. And I'm going to be doing a series of videos. I'm going to be keeping them very short and very interactive. Yeah, I'm hoping that through this process, you as the audience are going to be able to engage in the ideas that I'm discussing, really get you thinking, and then get you working on the charts to come to the conclusion that makes the most sense for you. And that way you kind of learn, throughout the process of this entire video series. Okay, so in the teaser video, I was discussing this area here relative to this area over here, and then the ensuing move here. I'm going to take this in stages, okay? And like I said, it's going to be multiple videos, so you're going to have to bear with me, and you're going to have to stay tuned. You're going to have to stay tuned to get the full the full series. Obviously it's all on YouTube, so it's available to everybody, but I really want people to engage, and make the most out of all of this. So what we're going to do, okay, is while I'm discussing this brief idea with you to start with, I want you to pay attention to this area here and why it's so significant in the way that we think, Not significant from a methodology point of view or, an understanding point of view, but just in the way that we think, and put the emphasis on this area when we see the, when we see the breakdown here, So, and let me just get rid of this. So what I want you to focus on is this area right here, okay? We have, I'm sorry guys. We have, oh, I keep pressing the wrong one. I do apologize. Magnify, that's what I'm trying to get at. So just go with me now as I go up. And just to let you know quickly, trying to get, oh yeah, sorry, I know what I'm doing wrong. Okay, these are the candles that I want you to pay the most attention to, where I'm highlighting now, okay? That's the part what I want you to pay attention to. So look what happens, price goes up, okay? 1 day, 2 day, obviously there's a Sunday in there, so we'll call it, 1, 2, 3 days, 4 days, and then we get that aggressive drop. Okay, so price drops very, very quickly. And I'm going to pause there for a second. I'm going to ask you, why do you think price dropped there? Have a think, Just try to go through the process. Price is going up. It's in a consolidation. It's starting to kind of creep up. It gets close to the highs of the consolidation, and then it drops very aggressively, but it reverses on the same day. So what do you think price is doing when it does that? And then it continues going up, and then we get this really nice pop, okay? Then it starts to slow down a little bit, slow down a bit. Now, we've had literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days up. 8 days up. And then bang, in 1 day, it pretty much erases an entire week's worth of movement, okay? So that's a pretty strong telltale sign that price really doesn't want to go higher. Now, obviously, for anybody that's been around long enough, you'll know when you see moves like that, it doesn't always mean that price is going to go in the direction of that aggressive move. I've seen plenty of trades like this, plenty of, price movement like this where it will reverse once again and it just continues going higher. I've seen that many, many times. It's a trap, right? But very rarely will you see that on higher time frames like the daily, the weekly, and especially the monthly. Shit like that does not happen that often on the higher time frames. You generally tend to get this on an intraday basis, when market makers or some of the big players or institutions or whoever's in control, they just want you out of the market. They just want to take your money, get you out of the market, and then continue to manipulate price, for their own gain. All right. Now, like I said, on the daily, the weekly, the monthly, these are big time frames. When you get moves like what I've, sort of outlined here, you're pretty much going to continue in that direction. And it's a good general rule of thumb, but it's always good and absolutely paramount to wait for confirmation, okay? So now that we've spoken about that, what I want you to start thinking as we go through this video series is when we get this drop and then price starts to consolidate in this small area here and then it breaks down, okay, forget this, just look at the breakdown, okay, and then start thinking, how does this area here come into play? So as price starts to break down and it starts to gain some speed and it starts to accelerate a little bit, all eyes go to this area over here, okay? And I want you to start thinking, how significant does that area become? Before it was just a static area on a chart, it's irrelevant, not really paying attention to it. But now that price has started to break down and it's aggressively moving lower, yeah, that area, that consolidation, which I'm going to denote as 1, comes into play. And immediately our eye goes over there and we start to think, oh, you know, a bunch of things, depending on what type of methodology you use or what system you use, what your school of thought is. That area immediately comes into play, okay? And I want you as objective, you know, as an objective audience to really think about how this area comes into play and what that means for you in your own personal trading, okay? Now, this is going to be a little bit of a challenge in terms of getting some feedback from you guys, but I really do hope that, you know, what I suggest, you know, some of you do, because it really is an awesome way for me to communicate with you guys, get some feedback, and then just watch you grow as traders. You know, my email address is info@lsptrading.co.uk. And I've always said this, anybody's welcome to email me. And if you would be so kind as to email me your responses, give me some feedback. What do you think? And then we'll, you know, kind of take it from there, and I will bounce back and forth personally to each one of you as we're going through this series. All right. So I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to clean up all of this. Okay. Like so. I may as well just leave that on the chart as it is, and then we'll take it from there in the next video. I hope this excuse me. I hope this video finds everybody well. I hope everybody's healthy and staying safe, and I will catch up with you guys very soon. Take care, and I will speak to you then.